Jayce, the Dodgers get a couple of runs tonight with the help of some hit batsmen and a couple of errors. How different is this ball game possibly without that help?
Yeah, I think it's disappointing to throw away, and not throw away. That's probably not the right term, but Lamet's performance. I thought that was the sharpest I've seen him. And it comes down to gives up a 2-out hit, and we bobble a couple baseballs out there, and that's what led to their runs. At the end of the day, and you're playing a team like this, you give up extra 90 feet. It's hard enough to get them out as is, and you give them some extra 90 feet, and they take advantage, and they just did a better job of playing catch than we did today.
I know you just referenced Lamet, but it seemed like there were some times tonight where he maybe didn't have the best command of his sliders we've seen other times, and yet he was still dominant for 5. How impressive was he to you tonight?
Yeah, he was really impressive. Had good carry on his fastball, and the slider was good. Mixed in some curveballs. He changed his times. With the slide step, the leg kick, he did a good job of keeping him off balance, and we've got to be a little bit better behind him, but I thought it was a really encouraging outing for him.
I know Jake Cronenworth has been pretty amazing these last few days, but still surprising what he continues to do night after night here recently.
I don't know, surprising again. He's got talent and he works. He's got an incredible work ethic, and for the guys that are playing, performing, and that seems to be the common theme. The guys that work incredibly hard and work on their craft, and but what he's doing defensively over there at first. It's nice having a shortstop range over there, and he's had impressive at bats, and May was as good as we've seen this year as well, and he was able to get an off speed pitch, and Crony hammered it to right, so he had a good night.
Thanks.
Kevin Acey.
Jayce, especially considering that 2 of them are by a pretty reliable guy in Craig Stammen, do you think these errors by the pitchers are anomalies, or is there something that can be worked on?
Both. I think it's something we got to continue to work on, and I got to go back and look at the video. It looked like from my vantage, the ball went straight down, and I'm guessing I got to go back and look at it, but I think Craig picked up a pretty mud-filled baseball, and it went out of his hands. But he's as stable, reliable, trustworthy as they come. So I'm not too worried about Craig on that.
A lot of Ks, not a lot of walks tonight. I mean, Dustin May was pretty filthy at times. Your explanation there?
Yeah, I think I don't think we were as sharp as we've been in the box. And with that being said, I thought May was as impressive as starting pitcher as we've seen. Just power sinkers, 98, 99, and he was getting it to go down and arm side, and then he'd follow it up with a cutter. So he was doing it with big time velocity and power, and getting the fastball to break 2 different directions, and he provided a lot of trouble for us tonight.
Next up, AJ Cassavell.
Jayce said Lamet was as good as you've seen him. Is that part of the reason why he got Seager in that 6th inning?
Yeah, for sure. He was in cruise control for the most part. His pitches were not very high. We were gonna go a while with him, and then obviously that inning the pitches started to rack up. There were a lot of foul balls in 2-strike counts, and they kept battling, fouling balls off, and we had some plans behind it if anything happened, but as good as Lamet was, we thought it should be his game to kind of decide that point in the 6th with where he was with his pitch count and how sharp he had been.
Can you go into the decision to use Hill in that Pollock-Peterson spot in 7th?
Yeah, we had a good idea. We were gonna, make them make a move and flip them. We had an open base to, work with, and it's you got to pick your poisons with that lineup. Muncy the lefty on deck, and we got to 2 strikes, and I think a ball leaked out over the plate, and Pollock, hit it to right. They've got a lot of good hitters, and Hill's been really good for us, and he just didn't have it tonight. It just kind of sped up a little bit for him, and couldn't really stop the bleeding. So he'll be good. He'll be down tomorrow, and then get the off day to kind of reset. But he's been really good for us so far.
Back to Kevin Acee.
Is it safe to say that Jake will play somewhere if he keeps hitting and playing defense like this?
Yeah, I think that's safe to say. I mean, he's earning his time. He's earning it with his glove and his at bats, and that's we're looking for guys to have quality at bats throughout the night, and he's been part of it here the last couple days, and I should say the last week, and if he continues to play like that, he is going to play quite a bit.
Even against lefties?
Yeah, I think a lot of things are going to be open. Yeah.
You don't see plays like we just saw the last 2 nights in a row at the plate very often anymore. Anything to take from that about your team?
No, I don't. Again, like we can't go back and watch video, in the game like we used to. So I've got to go back and watch it. But I thought it was fine. I didn't think there was a lane there. Maybe there was. Again, I haven't watched the video, but from my vantage point, Mejia running in, and it didn't look like he had a slide lane, and it's a close play at the plate, and it seemed like that's baseball. So I didn't think anything out of the ordinary. I mean, we're playing baseball.